Who are you and where are you from?
I'm Kate and I'm from Wemba. The thing about my community is we're all really close and we're a tight community. Everyone gets around each other and knows each other. And the thing I like about being Aboriginal is all the people I get to meet, all the excursions and stuff I do for school so I can learn more about my culture.
Their culture and like everyone that is Aboriginal, like they get around each other. There's nothing. Everyone's like really nice to each other, and their culture is just great. Especially like learning about all the stories and how Aboriginal people used to live and hunt and stuff like before civilization, I guess. But it's just I'm proud to be Aboriginal because of just like all their ancestry and their culture supporting it.
And the stereotype is that people think we get handouts, but we just get hand-ups. People think that to be Aboriginal you have to be dark-skinned, but that's not true. It's like coffee. If you put the more milk you put in coffee, it stays the same. It's still coffee, so it doesn't matter what colour skin you are. You're still Aboriginal no matter what. Yeah.
I guess like going to Scotch, just like it was a big change. So I was pretty proud of myself for doing that, moving away from my family, and especially since it's such a great school, going to Scotch is pretty. I got pretty lucky to do that.
I'd say moving away from my family and then going to a boarding house where I didn't know anyone. But I'm pretty proud of achieving something like that, being independent.
Go.
Manhood to me is when someone can be a role model to others in their community and also can be true to themselves.
What is one Indigenous issue that you're really passionate about?
One of the issues are like people always asking what percent Indigenous you are or Aboriginal you are, which I think needs to be changed because it doesn't really matter. It just matters that you should recognise that they're Aboriginal. It doesn't matter how much they are, they still are.
One. If you could be an animal or a totem, what would you be and why?
I'd be a honey badger because they're small and they're also fierce and they punch above their weight.
And why?
I'd say I'd like to be giraffe because I'd be a lot taller, so that'd be very helpful.
What's one of your greatest hobbies?
Just sport, I guess, but just like hobbies and like just going outside. I don't know. I guess video games sometimes, but yeah, mostly sports.
Yeah, any particular video game you like playing?
I don't know. It depends usually what like kind of the trend is. Whatever people are playing, like Black Ops or something, Fortnite, basketball, anything really.
Yeah.
So I guess one would be sport, definitely. So footy, basketball, tennis, pretty much anything I can do. And then another hobby, definitely PlayStation. On that a bit too much, but yeah, it's just mostly sport though. That's what I'd rather do.
Yep. What's your favourite colour?
Don't really have one. It used to be red, but I like purple.
Yeah, purple's a pretty cool colour. How do you define an Aboriginal man?
I'd just say an Aboriginal man. It's someone who can set a good example for people younger than them, even older people. Just set an example, a leader of some sorts, even if it's a quiet leader, but just someone who is just a good person in general, I guess.
This year, you've been doing a program with AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, what have you enjoyed about it?
We're getting out of class, it's really fun, but I like doing the mural on one of the walls near the canteen, but yeah, it's all been good. Then to go to the museum, doing these video diaries pretty good. Currently what we're doing the videos on about Aboriginal. Well, I'm doing stereotypes. Some people are doing culture, but yeah, videos about Aboriginal people. But I think this will be probably one of the best things, so we can learn more about our culture and everything. Yeah.
If you could write your life story, what would you call it and why?
I had my life story would be making my own way, because life's all about choosing your own destiny, making your own path.
What would your dream job be and why?
I'd love to play AFL, but if that doesn't work out, I'd like to be an influencer of some sorts to help people make the right decisions in life.
You could be a superhero. What special power would you possess?
I'd have super speed, and I'd use it to help out crime, obviously, as a superhero, but also to try to solve some of the world's crises.
Why do you think Scotch College is a great place for young Indigenous men to come to?
At Scotch we have a lot of programs that help include everyone and make them feel welcome here, and they have tutors for the boys, so it helps with their academics.
Do you have a favourite football team?
Yes, Western Bulldogs are my favourite footy team. That's pretty devastated they got knocked out, but in the finals. But I mean, weren't playing well. What can you do with it?
Yeah. Favourite football player?
Oh, it's not like I don't have like a favourite really, but I mean, if I like overall, one of my favourites, like one of the older players, would be Robert Murphy. He's retired now, but then currently I am a fan of Caleb Daniel.
Hey, do you collect anything?
Not really. I don't collect anything I could think of. No. I guess, I guess unless you're talking like footy jumpers, I think I'm gonna. What I was going to start do is collect every Western Bulldogs Indigenous jersey. So I'll start that up until COVID. So
Okay.
now I'm not really collecting them because there wasn't a new one.
No. Did they make one at all this year?
They just kept the same one as last year, which was still good, but I was hoping for something new.
Yeah. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
I don't know. I don't even mind living in Australia. It's good here, but I guess it wouldn't be too bad living somewhere. I don't know if I want to like live overseas or anything. So, well, not that I know of now, but I think maybe living somewhere else in Australia, like in Queensland or something near the beaches and stuff, wouldn't be too bad.
How do you define racism?
Oh, racism, like to me, is kind of, I guess, not like stereotype, but people that are racist usually have like stereotypes or like judge people before getting to know them. So it's like they don't get to know them; they just base them off that race's stereotypes, and they just like, I guess that's how I think of it. It's not really them being racist because of their own opinions. It's just what they've heard. So it's like, obviously it's a bad thing though. So
Yeah. Do you think you've missed out on anything in
I feel like
culture?
I haven't really missed anything, but I think what I want to learn is like the languages, I guess, or like well, I mean, there's a lot of different languages, so I can't learn them all. But I'd like to like be more connected. So I feel like I've missed like the connection with my culture. So I don't have like as strong as a connection as I'd like.
How could you start to connect better?
I'm not too sure, but I mean, like, the obvious thing is just like learn about it more. Like, I guess try read up on what's going on around Australia with like our culture, and like I guess read about it and like find more about how we used to live and things like that, and how, even maybe learn how to make some of the tools that they used to use and all that.
What's one thing that you don't normally tell people about yourself?
I guess I don't really tell people that I'm competitive, but it's just pretty obvious because I'm always wanting to win things and trying to make everything into a competition. So I feel like I don't tell people I'm competitive, but they find out pretty quickly. But yeah.
3 words that could be used to describe Noah.
It's like sporty, I guess. Curious because I just like to learn a lot of different things, and I'd like to say energetic, but I'm also very lazy at times. So yes, I'm like I guess I don't know the word for it, but I guess like I'm a mix, so I can have days where I want to be out and up and doing something, then other times I just want to sit down and do nothing. So I mean, it's like most people, but I'm very versatile, kinda. I'd say, yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I'd hope to be at uni or something like that. I mean, obviously, I want to be playing footy, but at AFL level. But if that's not the case, I'd like to be at uni and studying something that I like to do, or just pursuing something I want to do.
You got any idea what that might be?
I guess footy, but for uni stuff, I'm not too sure what path I want to go down, but I feel like something along the sports side of things. So like maybe like a physio or something like that. Just something so I can like be like stay in touch with my sporty side or whatever.
Yeah. How do you think that's changed the world?
I mean, I guess I'm not really too sure when to change the word, to be honest. But I mean, I guess it's made people, it's like more aware of their actions and like how it can harm others, because some people like aren't out. They're like out doing the wrong thing and not social distancing and stuff for COVID. So then it's like, it needs to like make them aware of how like their actions can like affect others, because people want to just like get this over and done with and just get rid of COVID, but and there's like others who just don't care about it, don't believe in it really, so it like doesn't really. So it's like you just got to think about others. It's how to change the world. People are like they're trying to think more about others than just themselves.
Yeah. Is there any industries or things that you think might change?
Yeah, well, the I guess like sporting interest. Obviously, I talk a lot about sports, but that I guess that's changed because you can't have people going to games, and it's like harder to organise things when you can't have as many people. And that's like the same with a lot of work, because since you can't be around people as much, it's pretty much like I guess like old different, just like old industries and jobs and all that stuff, because it's just changed the way how everyone has to work and all that.
Yeah. What's Bendigo been like?
I haven't been around the town too much. I tend to stay inside at my house a lot. I did go for a ride to the lake the other day, and there was a lot of people around just walking. So and like walking the dogs and with their families. And I'd say most of the shops are still open, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Definitely not as bad compared to Melbourne, but I think most of the shops are still open and all that, so it's pretty good.
I was going to let you go. Love spending time with you. Love talking to you, man. So please look
Thank
after
you.
yourself.
So yeah.
Hope you enjoy the video. Stereotypes are an image or a belief that a race. Oh my god, so bad at this.